Yeah, I would love to go back in time and and give myself some advice. There's so many things I would do differently. I think the first thing I would be doing differently would be to be more. I think the first thing I would do differently is to be more outspoken or more forthright, because I knew, I understood what we were experiencing. I could see what Ronan was experiencing, but I kind of assumed that everything would all work together. What I would probably do is to sort of follow up more, is to find out, well, what are you doing? Contact people between meetings, and really get to know what their role was going to be in Ronan's life. I think I would be really specific on what I needed. The problem is, I think that when you don't really know what to expect, I didn't know what life was going to be like for Ronan. I didn't know what struggles we were going to face as a family. Nobody prepares you for that. I guess I just kind of assumed everything would be in place. And when it wasn't, it was really, really distressing. I would go to meetings thinking, this is it. This is the time, we're going to get everything sorted today. Everybody's going to, I must have thought there was a magic word or something that was going to happen at this meeting, but life was a series of, there's going to be a meeting and everything's going to be fine after this meeting, or something will be agreed at this meeting and we'll be able to, things will improve, things will start to get better for him. But it didn't really happen like that. Staff are off, transitions happen, roles change, so the faces would be different. And sometimes, with the best will in the world, things weren't followed up. The people at the table didn't have to come home and live with Ronan. And so I would go to meetings full of hope and a heightened state of emotion, to be disappointed again and again. And I remember being at one particular meeting, and I was just so disappointed that the meeting couldn't even go forward because the social worker just hadn't shown up. It would later turn out that she would be off sick for more than a year, and the whole process had just ground to a halt. And I remember feeling so devastated at getting my hopes up again that there would be some kind of plan, and they just never seemed to emerge. And so I think as a parent, you put all of these hopes and plans, you put your faith and your confidence in the people around that table, but it doesn't really do anything, nothing. I began to see them as a bit of an obstacle to Ronan actually getting support. I started to kind of think, well, why are we waiting for a meeting? Why can't we all just agree to do our jobs, to fulfill our role? I'm doing mine and I'm exhausted and I need some things to come into place to help. And it was still really difficult because I didn't even know what help would look like. Eventually it got to the point where Ronan couldn't leave home anymore, and so I couldn't leave home anymore, and our lives just stopped. So yeah, meetings are a source of frustration for me. But I think even more than that, meetings actually became a real problem for me. It became something that meetings started to affect my mental health in quite a dramatic way. I would spend days recovering from them, all the adrenaline, all the hopes, and then suddenly it stopped and I don't know when the next meeting is going to be. And then just becoming, to go from full of hope to hopeless, this is not going to change. This is just a series of, a life full of meetings for no reason. And these people don't have to live in our world. It became devastating. So yeah, the process of meetings was extremely distressing by the time we got to the end of Ronan's transition into adulthood.